detour she had to take. Our best to everybody in West Des Moines, Iowa.
And this is an event that Team USA would certainly want her competing in the finals, the medal round for the team competition.
Isn't that an understatement, Tim?
Yeah, pretty much. She can do it anywhere. You know, her weakest event, you know, she's fantastic on the uneven bars, but she's phenomenal here. She's phenomenal on vault, and she's world champion on floor exercise.
And once again, we've watched her in practice, and we've been to quite a few this week, and time again, Shawn just continues to not only stay on the beam. Sure, staying on the beam is a great thing, but she nails every single element. I mean, there's not even a waver in her moves.
Now, even if you're new to gymnastics and you've never seen it, but you've decided to sort of keep up with this approach to the Olympics, just think for a moment what she's doing. Think about whether you could even approach a thought of doing it, and then just watch it and appreciate it for what it is.
So watch this. This is amazing. Tumbling on the beam.
And there's not much left. Maybe an inch.
You know, the thing that I find so amazing is just a year ago, you know, everybody was talking to her about how great she was, and she was saying things like, I can't believe it. It feels like a dream. It doesn't seem like it's really me. But I'll tell you, she doesn't have any of that look at all. And she knows that she's the best. And
the other thing, Tim, that she does, every competition that she's in, she approaches it with a clean slate. She does not carry over any of her past results, including World Championships, any American Cup wins. Every event, clean slate.
She does one of the most difficult beam dismounts, a double back with a full twist. And that is a good one to have done.
Say that like Bella would.
That was a good one.
You know, she's phenomenal. Check this out. This is tumbling down the beam with all the speed that you would on the floor exercise. And, you know, there's not a lot of room for error here. Check this out. Just a little bit of balance beam left right behind her.
That is crazy. And this is a back with a full twist. And it is perfect. Like I said, this dismount, one of the most difficult in the world. Double back, and watch, there's a full twist and just the small step at the end.
The only visible error.
Spectacular in every way, and she just seems to do it time after time after time, and that's a big part of the mission, consistency. So she can think ahead to the third rotation. Meanwhile, another edition of what we call Beager Bars. Jana Beager from Coconut Creek, Florida. Her mom, her coach, a former German Olympian. And we've seen a lot of that happening in gymnastics. This world is ever evolving. Where does she fit in?
Well, she's a very consistent gymnast. You know, she was very disappointed, however, at the national championship. She was one of a few athletes that went 8 for 8, hit all of her routines, but did not receive the scores that she thought she deserved.
It really did get to the point where it seemed as though she was being underscored.
Well, they were being very critical in the execution department. As you can see from Jana, she has power, she has strength. There's a lot of bigness to her gymnastics, but the areas that she has to focus on are the toes, the leg separations. That's where the judges can absolutely kill you.
And she's fighting to make this team, fighting. In 2006, she was the second best gymnast in the world. No guarantees.
Great set.
So, is she one of the question marks? Mom with another smooch. There'll be more of those. Here's what we think. Remember, 2 spots guaranteed to be given out at the end of this competition tomorrow night in primetime. Then the camp. Then more tryouts. And that's where these question marks will likely be filled in. You talked about Shawn Johnson, Tim and Elfie. You talked about Nastia Lukin. You talked about Alicia Sacramone, who we'll see in a moment.
Yeah, Alicia Sacramone is making her case on balance beam. This could definitely be an area where Marta Karolyi says yes, depending on her consistency. She could be someone that she would put up on that event.
Let's check out the numbers for Jana Bieger. She looks pretty happy.
She is happy. And, you know, her mom said, all we can do is go out there, hit our routines. I have trained Jana the best that I can for this competition. She is consistent. They have to consider that.
But on that chart, you saw that there were 2 question marks on the uneven bars. From what we've seen from Chelsea Memel, she certainly, if she keeps going, she fills one of those spots. So that means they need another one. And people like Jana Bieger, Shayla Worley.
There's a little delay on her score. We'll get it. Meanwhile, some concern, not for Shawn Johnson, 16.25. That's a home run. But for the left Achilles calf of Alicia Sacramone. And that's the whole crazy timing of all this. You never know.
Well, I talked to her coach, Mihai Brestin, right before the competition began, and they went and got an MRI yesterday. He didn't want to go. He thought that she was fine, but he kind of was persuaded by USA Gymnastics to go do it, and it turned out all right. He said that people were looking at her. They were saying, oh, it's different. She's making big faces, and I've never seen her do that. And he says, well, I see her do it every day. And this one is all about getting through for her. Yes, she could be a person that competes in the team finals on balance beam.
And she said that she's worked extra hard on this event because she really wants to be considered. So she's beefed up her difficulty on this event.
But that is not how she earns her ticket to Beijing. She gets there because she's a former world champion on floor exercise and a world finalist and medalist on vaulting.
Stay with us if you want to see how badly not making the Athens team hurt her. It's coming up later.
Just to dismount.
I love this, though. She really tumbles into it. Beautiful.
Yeah.
What injury. Marta Karolyi is looking for the 3 most exciting, explosive, and consistent women on the balance beam. And Alicia Sacramone helps take a step toward being one of those 3. As we continue much more of night 1 of the 2008 Olympic trials here on NBC.
Start on a bye, huh?
Back in Philadelphia, Bob Costas along with Bella Karolyi. Bella, at the beginning of tonight's telecast, we talked about the comeback of Chelsea Memel. Not only is she in the mix to make the team, but right now, through 2 rotations, she leads. She's in front of Johnson and Lukin.
Obviously, many people are surprised by her position at this point. Not me. I know Chelsea. It's amazing athlete. And now, with her rise, started out on the championship, she is more and more confident. Her performances were solid tonight. And I believe she deserves that 3rd place. And the most exciting is she's really giving the spice now. Now you can imagine what Shawn Johnson and Nastia Lukin is feeling now. Looking up on the billboard and seeing not their name, a different name, Chelsea Memel. But remember, Chelsea is a well-known international name. She used to be the world champion in 2005. So it's a powerful gymnast. It's not a surprise for me again. This is a surprise for all those people who haven't seen her for a while being injured. So it's great. I'm so excited about it.
I couldn't tell. More of Chelsea Memel and all the other Olympic hopefuls when we return to the Wachovia Center in Philadelphia in just a moment. You're watching the Olympic trials and Chelsea Memel right there on NBC.